evening, everyone. I am Tamara Sunkett, principal of Oakville High School, and on behalf of the Melville School District, Oakville High School, and our graduates, we welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the Oakville High School graduating class of 2021. Before we begin this evening's ceremony, I'd like to make a few acknowledgments. First, I would like to take time to thank each and every parent, family member, and community member for allowing us to be a part of your graduate's journey. The hard work, the love that you have poured into your students has made a difference in our partnership. I am grateful for that partnership and for allowing us to be a part of it. Would everyone please give a round of applause to our families? I would also like to recognize a few other persons who have been key in your child's education at Oakville High School. First, the members of our Board of Education. Mr. Kevin Shartner, President, Ms. Peggy Hassler, Vice President, Ms. Tori Belke, Secretary, Mr. Larry Felton, Director, Ms. Jean Preto, Director, Mr. Jeff Woolman, Director, and not present but recognized, Mr. Patrick McKelvey, Director. Thank you, board members. And next, our central office administrative team. Dr. Chris Gaines, Superintendent. Dr. Jeff Bressler, Assistant Superintendent, Supervision of Schools. Dr. Brian Smith, Assistant Superintendent, Teaching and Learning. Dr. Chad DeKemper, Executive Director, Planning and Development. Dr. John DeWally, Director of College and Career Readiness, and Mr. Scott McMullen, Director of Scope. For our Oakville High School administrative team, Mr. Brian Brennan, Senior Class Principal, Mr. Jason Biot, Junior Class Principal, Mr. Michael Wegener, Sophomore Class Principal, Ms. Melissa Wilson, Special Education Administrator, and Ms. Katie Shemansky, Senior Class Counselor. Each year, a special recognition goes to 2 former teachers at the lower levels that are determined and chosen by the graduating class to be present at their commencement ceremony. This year's guest teachers are Ms. Ellen Gators from Woolwind Elementary and Mrs. Bridget Kelly from Oakville Middle School. I'd like to also recognize the 2 Oakville High School teachers that were also selected by the class to be the readers for tonight's ceremony. They are our Teacher of the Year, Mr. John Reese, and our Journalism Yearbook teacher, and also a member of the graduating class of 2021 as he retires this year, the Mr. Jeff Kuchno. I'd like also to recognize all of the Oakville High School teachers and staff that are present, and last but not least, the graduation sponsors, Ms. Samantha Bambry and Ms. Alex Heil. Please join us now for a video presentation. If you'll watch the monitors, please. To the class of 2021.
Congratulations.
Despite the challenges,
the cancellations,
and the distance,
you made it.
from virtual learning
to directional hallways,
And finally, coming back 5 days a week.
It's been quite a ride.
But here's to the last 4 years.
Thank you, Oakville, for making the best of our last 4 years. Here's to the next chapter of our lives.
And now for a brief clip from the Oakville High School Choir.
Say, I feel and what you mean to me.
This year marks the end of the 27th year for me as an educator. And I can say without question, without a doubt, for certain, hands down, who would ever thought, have you ever experienced anything like it? Not even close. That this has been the most unique year ever. However, with all of the challenges, the shifts, the adjustments, we have been reminded that the little things matter: our health, our families, our loved ones. We have learned that we can accomplish so very much when we pull together. We have learned just how resilient we are. We have learned that we don't quite know how strong we are until a moment comes that tests our strength. But more than anything, this experience has taught us a little more about being grateful and extending a little more grace. And we are reminded that despite it all, we are better because. Yes, we are better because. How would you fill in that blank? In fact, everyone, just take a moment and turn to the person next to you and say aloud, I am better because. Nearly 1 year ago, on July 19th, I stood at this very place and spoke to last year's graduating class. I remarked to them about how enduring their senior year had been during a pandemic and just how meaningful that experience would be for them. Well, it's your senior year, and you endured the pandemic. And this year, when you look back, will be a great moment in the course of your journey. At the time, like many of you, I could not imagine that a year later, the effects of COVID-19 pandemic would have had an impact even on this senior class. Well, to say that your senior year was unique and special is perhaps the understatement of the year. Little did we know just how special this year would be because of a little thing that happened in March 2020. A little thing that would challenge much of what we thought we knew about ourselves, our community, our world. A little thing that caused us to take pause and allowed us to be reminded of the things that matter in our lives. We paused to spend more time with family. We paused to put dinner on the table as opposed to running through the drive-thru. We paused to remember just how thankful we are. And this little thing, although it tested your hope, it tested your grit, it tested your tenacity, it helped to prove just how special you are. And despite all of its challenges, you persevered. You made it through, and now you know that you are better because. Because of this year, I want to remind you to have no doubts of your potential and no doubts of your future. Please know how special you are. You are kind, you are brave, you are tenacious and strong. You are one of the greatest generations, and you will shape our history and our world. I know that each of you are excited about the next chapter of your lives, and I'm confident that you are prepared to embark on whatever your heart desires. As you prepare to move forward, your Oakville High School family would like to leave you with this advice. Never accept good enough. Always strive to find ways to innovate, to set free your creativity and your passion, and to make the world a better place because you were here. Set your goals, both short and large, and remember that each moment is just a stepping stone on your great journey. Dream big. Don't be afraid to take risks, and don't be afraid to fail, because failing is never a fail. It's really learning. Enjoy every step of your journey, and whenever you feel like you need a smile, you need reassurance to keep moving on, just think back to a special year when a little thing happened that taught you that you are better because, that you are kind, you are brave, you are strong and tenacious, you will be one of the greatest generations, and you will shape our history and our world. Never forget that once a tiger, always a tiger, and that we love you. Thank you. Oakville High School has a proud and rich tradition of achievement, accomplishment, and excellence. Our Tigers excel in the classroom, in extracurriculars, and in co-curriculars. At this time, it is my honor to share with you just a few examples of the great achievements of this Oakville High School graduating class of 2021. I would first like to recognize the early college graduates. This year, 53 members of the Oakville graduating class earned credit through St. Louis Community College prior to their high school graduation. Of those students, 6 earned a blue honor cord for having 15 to 29 credits earned. 1 student earned a silver honor cord for having 30 credits earned, and 3 students earned the Scholars Medal for earning an associate's degree along with their high school diploma. Those 3 students are David Genovese, would you please stand? Alex Parham, would you please stand? And Melissa Villick, please stand. Thank you. The next group that I would like to recognize are our Bright Flight students. The Bright Flight Scholar is a prestigious honor which recognizes those students who have earned a 31 or better on the ACT exam. This year, Oakville High School is proud to announce that 23 Tigers earned this distinction. Would our Bright Flight Scholars please stand and be recognized? At this time, I would like to pay special distinction to 3 of those students who earned a perfect 36 on the ACT. They are Andrew Curran, Miss Hannah Frankie, and Miss Katie Seethel. Our district utilizes the cum laude system to recognize the academic honors of students in the graduating class. We are extremely proud to note that for this year's graduating class of 2021, 43 students have earned the distinction of cum laude, which requires a 3.5 to a 3.749 grade point average. These students are adorned by a bronze rope. 43 students have earned the distinction of magna cum laude, which denotes a 3.750 to 3.999 grade point average. and they are distinguished by a silver cord. And 66 students earned the prestigious distinction of summa cum laude. This is denoted by a 4.0 or higher, and they are adorned by a gold cord and medal. Combined, these students have earned over $13,154,000 in scholarship monies. At this time, I would like to individually recognize each of the students who earned the high distinction of summa cum laude. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing, and families, will you please hold your applause until the end. Miss Michaela Adams, Webster University Blue Academic Scholarship. Miss Paige Affelt, University of Missouri-Columbia Curator Scholars Award. Miss Aurora Baker, University of Alabama Presidential Merit Scholarship, Presidential National Housing Scholarship, National Merit Scholarship, Merit Scholarship Stipend, Summer Research International Study Stipend, Supply Store Book Scholarship, and Laverne Noyes Scholarship. Miss Megan Blanchard, Fashion Institute of Technology, Elk's Most Valuable Student Scholarship. Miss Alexandra Bolhoj, University of Kansas, in-state tuition, Business Leader Program Scholarship, and A+ program recipient. Miss Emma Barrage, University of Missouri-Columbia, Bright Flight Scholarship, Chancellor's Award, Show Me Scholars Award. Mr. Alexander Brehan, Florida State University, out-of-state tuition scholarship, and A+ program recipient. Mrs. Ava Breitenstein, Missouri State University, Board of Governors Scholarship, Access Missouri Program, and the Board of Governors House In Scholarship. Ms. Brooke Brunell, Lindenwood University Academic Grant. Mr. Peyton Bouchard, Miss Peyton Bouchard, sorry, University of Tampa Presidential Merit Scholarship. Andrew Curran, Northwestern University. Mackenzie Deutschman, Auburn University A+ program recipient. Isabella Ferrario, University of Missouri Columbia Academic Scholarship. Michael Fetter, Missouri University of Science and Technology, Bright Flight Scholarship, Groundbreaker Scholarship, Morton Dosch Scholarship, the Kummer Scholarship, Achievement Scholarship, and Honors Scholarship. Miss Hannah Franke, the University of Iowa, Missouri Access Award, National Scholars Award, Honors Program Presidential Scholarship, St. Louis Mensa Scholarship, and PEO Star Scholarship. Andrea Gandhi, Penn State University. Drew Ganley, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, Illinois Achievement Scholarship. Noah Glover, St. Louis University, Vice President Tuition Scholarship, Access Extra Scholarship. Eleanor Gordon, Murray State University, University Scholarship. Henry Groves, University of Kansas, Excellence Award and A+ program recipient. Amar Hadzik, St. Louis University, Vice Presidential Scholarship. Morgan Herrick, Millikan University, Merit Scholarship, Strive Scholarship, Honors Scholarship, Page Suter Citizenship and Service Scholarship. Meg Heveroth, Truman State University, True Merit Scholarship, Live, Learn, and Lead Scholarship, Athletic Scholarship, A+ Program recipient. Benjamin Horn, St. Louis Community College, Chick-fil-A Leadership Scholarship, A+ Program recipient. Jordan Hunter, Missouri State University, Provost Scholarship. Simon Jonak, University of Missouri Columbia, Bright Flight Scholarship, Chancellor's Award. Ethan Kaufman, University of Missouri Kansas City, Bright Flight Scholarship, Trustees Scholarship, Melville Retired Educators Scholarship, and the A+ Program recipient. Addie Kettenbrink, Butler University, Academic Scholarship. Sophie Kettenbrink, Butler University, Academic Scholarship. Madison Kilburn, Southeast Missouri State University, Copper Dome Scholarship, Residence Life Leadership Award. Alexander Connect, St. Louis Community College, A+ Program. Alex is an early grad and is not with us this evening, but we do recognize him. Trent Combe, Missouri State University, Board of Governors Scholarship. Cameron Kurtz, Missouri State University, Provost Scholarship, and A+ Program recipient. Caitlin Larson, Missouri State University, Access Missouri Program Scholarship, and Promise Scholarship. Vincent Lee, Missouri State University, Board of Governors Scholarship. Catherine Leaker, Fontbonne University, Dean's Competitive Scholarship, Presidential Finalist Award, Post-Dispatch Scholar Athlete Award, A+ Program recipient. Cassandra Ludwig, University of Missouri, Kansas City, Curators Scholars Award, and the Henry W. Block Impact Scholarship. Emma Lutker, Truman State University, True Merit Scholarship, President's Honorary Scholarship. Katie Liu, St. Louis University, Vice President Scholarship, Medical Scholars Program, A+ Program recipient. Leah Martin, Missouri State University, Bright Flight Scholarship, Board of Governors Scholarship, A+ Program recipient. Michael McInnes, Maryville University, Saints Scholarship, A+ Program recipient. Thomas Minershagen, University of Arkansas, Jack Jordan Leadership Scholarship, Out-of-State Resident Scholarship. Isla Muminovic, Webster University, Blue Academic Scholarship. Emir Muminovic, Webster University, Blue Academic Scholarship. Shannon Neely, University of St. Andrews, International Undergraduate Scholarship, Accommodation Award, Dependence Educational Program Award. Charlotte Norton, Southeast Missouri State University, Copper Dome Scholarship, Residence Life Leadership Award, Melville Retired Educator Scholarship, Kiwanis Scholarship, A+ Program recipient. Caitlin O'Leary, Rockhurst University, Regent Scholarship, Breen Scholarship, the Hawk Fund, Bell Tower Grant. Sanit Ogbe, University of Missouri Columbia, Curators Scholarship. Caitlin Paluzek, University of Tampa Presidential Scholarship. Nathan Polzel, Missouri University of Science and Technology Groundbreaker Package Scholarship, A+ program recipient. Kyle Prigozda, Michigan State University Honors Excellence Scholarship, Non-Resident Scholarship, Presidential Study Abroad Scholarship. Emma Redford, Maryville University Saints Scholarship, Dean Scholarship. Victoria Riederton, St. Louis University Bright Flight Scholarship, Vice Presidential Scholarship, Presidential Scholarship finalist, A+ program recipient. Katie Seethel, Duke University Elks Most Valuable Student Missouri Scholarship, Oakville Democratic Organization Scholarship. Haley Session, Webster University Blue Scholarship. Holly Schotten, University of Missouri Columbia Bright Flight Scholarship, Missouri Scholars Award, Ameren Corporation Scholarship through the National Merit Program. Isabella Simokaitis, University of Arkansas Leadership Scholarship, New Arkansas Resident Tuition Award. Marissa Talley, Baylor University President's Scholarship. Melissa Villick, Washington University, earned her associate degree from St. Louis Community College and will also have an Enterprise Holding Scholarship, additional Washington University Scholarship, Missouri Scholarship and Loan Foundation's Access Extra Scholarship, as well as an A+ program recipient. Matthew Weigel, St. Louis Community College. Kendall Weiskopf, Southwest Baptist University Dutile Scholars Award, Presidential Distinguished Scholar Award, Athletic Scholarship, A+ program recipient. And Robert Wendling, University of Missouri Columbia Curator's Scholar Award. Isabella Worthland, Truman State University General John J. Pershing Award, Retired Educator Scholarship, NEA Aspiring Teacher Scholarship, NHS Semifinalist Award, and A+ program recipient. Olivia Wolf, Southern Illinois University at Carbondale University Excellence Scholarship. Jenna Yeager, Purdue University Presidential Scholarship. And Lucy Zurai, St. Louis University Vice President Scholarship and A+ program recipient. Give them all a big round of applause. You may be seated. In addition to the academic achievement, each year we have students whose pathway is to provide the ultimate service to country. These students will enter the armed services and serve our country through that enlistment. This year, we have 3 such students. The entire Oakville community thanks you in advance for your service. Please stand and be recognized when I called your name, and if we'll hold our applause to the end. Miss Brittany Loyola, United States Navy. Mr. Luke Schultz, United States Marine Corps. Mr. Logan Stanley, United States Marine Corps. You may clap. Thank you. Thank you in advance for your service. You may be seated. I would next like to recognize those students who had perfect attendance. As a school of character, there are certain traits that we recognize as foundations to success: reliability, dependability, and the dedication to being present. These characteristics are even more significant in a year such as this one, where students experienced so much change. This year, I am proud to recognize 2 students who have achieved the distinction of perfect attendance for 4 years. Please join me in recognizing Isla Muminovic and Matthew Weigel. Please stand. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce OHS Senior Class Co-Presidents who will be providing the class address. First to the mic, Co-President Ms. Isabella Worthland.
Do you remember when you were little, sitting in the back seat of your mom's minivan on a rainy day, and you would watch each drop fall to the window and race to the bottom? Or do you remember at recess, when we would all congregate in a big circle, bartering and trading our silly band bracelets away? Or at least you did before it was banned. Or what about that time during a class assembly that our entire grade had to learn how to salsa dance together? Don't ask me, I still don't know why. Remember how school used to work before the superstorm of panic and germs set in? Remember classrooms instead of screens, dances, Special Olympics, competitions, or smiles? Remember when we were kids? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isabella Worthland. First and foremost, I'm so honored to be speaking before this magnificent senior class. It is truly a privilege to be delivering our commencement speech. Congratulations to my peers. Each of us have put up a fight to get to this moment, and I'm so glad we did. Today, we begin our transition to adulthood. Today is the day that we begin to make choices that will decide the course of our entire lives. Today, I'm here to commend you for raising your graduate in this room, for pushing us to reach our full potential, and for never letting us give up, even though this year there have been plenty of opportunities. If I'm being completely transparent with you, I've always dreamed of this year. We stepped into high school on August 16th, 2017, with 696 days ahead of us in our high school career. My eager self just wanted to skip all the in-between and get to the happy ending of senior year. We wanted the senior tunnel on the first day of school, the sunrise and sunsets, prom, all-night grad, and everything we had envied from the classes before us. And suddenly, on March 13th, 2020, what was supposed to have been an extra week of spring break, we were given a tough pill to swallow. I myself am still frustrated that this is my first time speaking with you all together, rather than at an assembly or some other extravagant event. Each of us had an idea, a vision of what our last 4 years would have looked like. For most of us, it didn't pan out the way we had expected. Sure, you can attribute that disappointment to COVID, mitigation strategies, or the decisions of policymakers way above my pay grade, which is 0. But I truly want to believe that we all have to continually adjust our expectations, and that every other class would have told you that their high school experience wasn't that High School Musical either. But if we take a stroll down memory lane, I believe we can remember some of the highlights of our high school experience. I vividly remember Ron Beckley, or the towel man, tearing through the gym during an assembly. I can still hear the shrieks, see the eyes widening or jaws dropping, even feel the gym shake from our sheer volume. I mean, how could high school really been that bad if the Blues won a Stanley Cup? I've been told that this class of 21, is the most decorated classes to come out of Oakville in years. To my peers, I want you to visualize something. Everyone, if you will, please close your eyes and think of one thing you've accomplished in the last 4 years. Just one. Maybe you were one of the students to go to districts or state. You could have been on a record-breaking sports team, or you could have been one of the 3 students to score a 36 on the ACT. How many of you held leadership positions? Made an effort to make new friends? Open your eyes and see the success we've created thus far and our potential moving forward. Whether you've been awaiting the end of high school for 4 years or dreading its end, it's here. And the beyond holds lots of wonderful challenges for us to overcome and steamroll. Don't be timid, my dear friends, for we all must part ways to create a better tomorrow individually. I believe that whether you're attending a university or trade school, enlisting in the military, you are made for greatness. I spoke to you all once before in a previous speech on legacies. I, of course, was speaking about planning and building your mark on Oakville, but this can now be applied to us universally. You have the charge to continuously make an everlasting impact and be a guiding hand in the world for others. If we take a step back and see the whole picture, it's that we had our fun in the sun at band camp, buzzed buzzers at Quiz Bowl, and set volleyballs at games. Good times came before the storm and will be here once it passes. But this last year has got to mean something more than mistake and misfortune. You have each grown up through the pandemic and accomplished so much more than you can even realize. This year, our last year, we have been cheated out of the traditional idealistic senior year. There is no disputing that. Choose to look at it as you wish, but I believe it gave most of us a leg up. Not only is our class decorated, but we are resilient. As far as my own personal success, I do owe several people a great deal of gratitude. Thank you, of course, to the Melville School District for the 3 buildings I've learned in and the staff who provided me. They've given me more than my multiplication tables, for they've shaped me. Thank you to the Melville School District for showing me the gritty work that goes into a learning environment, and especially to our superintendent, Dr. Gaines, for taking an interest in me and inspiring my career path in public school administration. Thank you to my siblings, all 3 of them, Jimmy, Jesse, and my twin brother, Jeremiah, for being my partners in crime for so long. And most of all, thank you to my parents. My dad is the most encouraging voice I have in my life, always inciting me to strive for success and supporting me. I couldn't have gotten here without that "I'm proud of you, Izzy," for every victory, no matter if it was a college acceptance, presidency, or scholarship along the way. As for my mom, I'd like to thank her for so much more than high school, so much more than today, but for being my biggest role model. For those of you that don't know, last year I lost my mom during her fight with cancer. Over quarantine, while some were bored out of their minds, piecing puzzles together, I was busy becoming a caretaker. My mom was the most enduring, kind-hearted, stubborn woman you could have ever met. She would give you the shirt off her back even if she didn't have one herself. She fell severely ill, and the burdens of caregiving fell upon my siblings and my shoulders. I don't believe I can articulate the experience quite perfectly, and I know I certainly cannot encompass everyone's feelings on the matter. But for me, watching the strongest woman I have ever known slip away from me mentally, physically, and emotionally, coupled with the ideals of adulthood, was far too overwhelming. I would bawl by the idea of moving forward with my life in a world where she was void of. The responsibilities of applying to school and scholarships, the things I was so elated to finally do, were torture. I took to planning her funeral, writing her obituary and eulogy. I was helpless during it all. I fought so hard to give her all that she needed, to hold her here one more minute, but despite the fury, fight, and tears, I lost the person whose hand I'd once held walking into the grocery store. The person I'm supposed to call and ask if I can put plastic wrap in the microwave. The person who's supposed to be hearing this speech right now. I've been cheated out of things any other teenager would have expected to have, and we have been cheated out of our senior experience. These obstacles have accelerated our growth in a way that I believe is important and insightful. Hear me when I say struggling is a part of learning. There will always be reasons not to move forward, but you need to make the effort to put yourself back together again. Take the leap and regain who you are, and do these things with intention and heart. One of my most favorite places in this world is our home, Oakville High School. Within those big, thick brick walls, we are strong, sturdy, and held. The last 4 years have been nothing if not experimental. High school gives us that opportunity to fall flat on our face and be caught by a safety net. Today, we are free from that network, catching us from life's truths of failure. So when you slip, slide, or even take a dive, remember your own triumph through this year. Remember the raindrops in the window or your old pals salsa dancing in the gym to bring you right back home, guiding you to your path. Congratulations, class of 2021. We've made it.
Thank you, Isabella. And now, Co-President TJ Meitzenheimer.
Thank you, Ms. Sunkett. In the words of the Grateful Dead, lately it occurred to me what a long, strange trip it's been. Our high school experience has been as strange as history could have ever written out to be. From going into high school as a freshman, not even knowing what the word pandemic really meant, we've made it here today, and we've heard that word probably a million times. We've also adapted at every surprise and kept moving forward with any obstacle in our way. Here we are, the class of 2021, sitting 6 feet apart, but together at heart. As you embark on this new chapter of life, curveballs will be thrown and you may swing and miss. You'll get down on yourself over the smallest things that mean everything to you in the moment. But you must remember, as Wooderson exclaimed in the movie Dazed and Confused, you just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N. Live every day like it's your last. Live every day to the fullest. Live every day not regretting those what-ifs. Just keep living. After really living, those curveballs in life will be easy to recognize, and you'll take them dead center, 450 feet deep. I have the utmost confidence that all of you will end up just all right, all right, all right. Even though we've gone through so much, I do have a challenge for all of you once you leave here today. Find adventure. As Christopher McCallinis once wrote, the very basic core of a man or woman's living spirit is their passion for adventure. To me, that's the key thing. The pursuit of happiness through adventure. There's more to life than just going through the motions, so why live stationary without taking a few risks? With COVID-19 behind us, there's a whole world of adventure to turn to. I conclude here today thanking the teachers and administrators at Oakville High School. The past year has been a whole lot of trial and error. Virtual learning was no easy task for them to tackle. Our teachers talked to tiger faces and muted mics, and yet they always kept a positive attitude while doing so. This chapter in our lives is now over. I was so fortunate to be able to go on this long, strange trip with all of you. Forever will I cherish being able to be the people's president this past year. As we go our separate ways in life, we will always be tigers together, no matter how far apart. Thank you.
That was wonderful, TJ. Thank you. And now, Dr. Chris Gaines, Superintendent of Schools, and to the members of the Melville School District Board of Education, I certify that the students before you have met all of the graduation requirements of the state of Missouri and the Melville School District. It is my pleasure to certify that these students are eligible for graduation from the Oakville High School and will be presented as the graduating class of 2021. At this time, I call forward Oakville High School's 2021 Teacher of the Year, Mr. John Reese, and Oakville High School's broadcast journalism and yearbook icon, himself a 2021 retiree, Mr. Jeff Kuchno, to read the names of our graduates as they receive their diplomas. Would our board members please come forward in the order in which you will present the diplomas?
Michaela Irene Adams. Paige Christine Alfelt. Aurora Claire Baker. Alexandra Emma Bolgi. Emma Nicole Barrage. Alexander Scott Bryhan. Ava Catherine Breitenstein. Brooke Nicole Brunell. Peyton Grace Diane Bushorn. Andrew Patrick Curran. Mackenzie May Deutschman. Isabella Grace Ferrario. Michael James Fetter. Hannah Leah Barbera Frankie. Andrea Sharmista Gandhi. Drew Jonathan Ganley.
Noah Glover. Eleanor Marie Gordon. Henry Michael Groves. Amar Hodzic. Morgan Ashley Herrick. Meg Catherine Heverow. Benjamin Gregory Horn. Jordan Mark Hunter. Simon Joseph Jonak. Ethan Michael Kaufman. Addie Grace Kettenbrink. Sophie Patricia Kettenbrink. Madison Elizabeth Kilburn. Trent Christopher Combe. Cameron Eliza Kurtz. Caitlin Marie Larson. Vincent Lee.
Catherine Elizabeth Leaker. Cassandra Morgan Ludwig.
Emma Nicole Lutker.
Katie Liu. Leah Diane Martin. Michael Timothy McInnes. Thomas John Minershagen. Isla Muminovich. Amir Muminovich. Shannon Patricia Henrica Neely. Charlotte Lynn Norton. Saneet Mawal Ogby. Caitlin Marie O'Leary.
Caitlin Elizabeth Palazak. Nathan Joseph Pelzel. Kyle Robert Prisgoda. Emma Lucienne Redford. Victoria Ann Reardon. Kathleen Elizabeth Seitel. Haley Couture Session. Holly Christine Schotten. Isabella Rose Simakaitis. Marissa Ann Talley. Melissa Villick. Matthew Allen Weigel. Kendall Marie Weiskopf. Robert Charles Wendeling. Isabella Rose Worthland. Olivia Grace Wolf. Jenna Ashley Yeager. Lucy Miriam Zahari. Tyler Benjamin Abram. Zainab El-Kanani. Paige Mackenzie Catherine Alexander. Genesis Denise Almazan. Abigail Lynn Alonzo. Jack Thomas Anderson. Maxwell Jacob Angelica. Amber Christine Apetz. Madison Taylor Apple. Carson James Argent. Andres Roberto Avalar. Jacob Carl Baxman. Marlon Douglas Bailey Jr. Ivana Bala. Brianna Elizabeth Barrett. Madison Elizabeth Bauer. Grace Marie Bayer. Michael David Bayer. Emma Catherine Beach. Erna Bogdanovich. Maxwell Arthur Biter. Drake Stephen Bentley. Nayla Bessick. Zoe Josephine Bess. Elena Lynn Bickers. Audrey Helene Burke. Alexandra Blagojevich. Alexander Davor Bloom. Stephen Lee Boaz. Gabriel Stephen Bull. Antonio Giuseppe Bamarito. David Raymond Bond. Sophia Rose Bowman. Cameron Doyle Brady. Brenna Margaret Breitenstein. Ryan Connor Brown. Rachel Elizabeth Burley. Ryan Ross Bush.
Jack Allen Butchart. Evan Michael Bird. Lauren Marie Campbell. Carly Carol Ann Kapkovic. Madison Claire Cardoza. Devin Alexander Karkoff. Ronnie Terrell Carlton. Angel Carranza. Raylan Danielle Chambers. Samuel Anderson Chase. Madison Grace Chiodini.
Caitlin Nicole Clark.
Alexander Patrick Collins. Cameron Nicholas Collins. Ethan Matthew Combs. Adam Richard Cook. Adam David Arthur Coombs. Jermica Yvette Corley. Blake David Corona. Nicholas Edwin Counts. Jackson Douglas Cousins. Grant Robert Cracchiolo. Justin Riley Crawford. Olivia Catherine Hope Crawford. Alexandra Nicole Cushman. Caitlin Ann Dalton. Cora Ann Darmody. Kendall Davidson. Julian Alexander Edward Davies.
Emily Pearl Davenroy. Noah Blaze De La Fuente. Hope Elizabeth Dedict. Dorothy Faith DeRue. Isabella Claire Dicknight. William Edwin Dernbeck. Isla Dizdarovich. Brandon Michael DeLugos. Joseph Robin Dowell. Jessica Ann Draper. Layla Dudaria. Isaiah Jacob Dugal. Jordan Keandre Duggar. Adem Durakovic. Claire Julia Durr. Uriel Lilianne Ecker. Caitlin Lackey Eckhard.
Regina Elgezabal. Jacqueline Rose Elkine. Jenna Marie Elkine. Drew Braden Elza. Kiara Catherine Fair. Luke David Frankie. Shaden Luke Foster. Joseph Carl Frank. Jacob Reese Frost. Sierra Talon Gallagher. Natalie Marie Gang. Janessa Estelle Garcia. David Dimitri Genovese. Joseph Christopher Junta. Markayla Nichelle Goodlow. Arjo Sidhant Goswami. Ryan Marie Graft. Haley Joy Graham. Zarina Gradell. Connor Jonathan Gentz. Brendan Andrew Guinard Dawson. Lila Hodgich. Kaylee Lynn Hamilton. John Martin Hamburg. Morris Montez Harris. Braden Kane Hayner. Michaela Ashley Henderson Burt. Jacob David Hensley. Grace Ann Henson. Chance Michael Hernandez. Kelly Herndon. Taylor Georgine Herman. Emma Jane Ryan Hicks. Evan Michael Hildebrandt. Daniel Richard Hinkamp. Connor Nathaniel Jorth.
Victoria Elizabeth Hoffman. Connor Xavier Homan. Shania Ann Honaker. Andrew Jacob Hoffman.
Ava Elizabeth Hounsome.
Kaylee Brianna Hudson. Tyler Stephen Hudson. Connor Jeffrey Inman. Samuel David Jacoby. Jordan Michael Jacobs. Sebastian Gage Giles. Ariana Marie Jones. Jonathan Michael Jones. Joshua Patrick Joyce. Taylor Grace Junt. Adnan Karamujic. Kyle James Kedro.
Matthew James Keller. Brandy Michelle Kennedy.
graduates, and we'll pull him in.
Jacob Michael Kessler. Jasmine Desiree Keys. Liliana Isabel Kirschke. Samantha Jean Keithline. Macy Lee Kimball. Elizabeth Ann Tamiko King. Alex, you ready? All right, buddy. Alexander Christopher Kirstein. Catherine Ann Kister. Jessica Nicole Kleisley. Emma Noel Clucky. Benjamin Timothy Kniepkamp. Elma Kunick. Jolena Jeanette Labriere.
Harrison John Landis. Benjamin David Lanier. Dylan Kane Lankford. Kayla Grace Lankford. Tyler Anthony Lanzarini. Mark Dante Latre. Elena Grace Lovek. Julia Grace Lawson. Kung Matt Lee. Ryan Michael Lewis. Kyle James Liable. Dominic Joseph LaCavalier. Hunter Blake Lockamy. Gavin Edward Long. Emily Catherine Looker. William Henry Loring. Alexander William Ludwig. Caitlin Elizabeth Lohr. Jacob Lewis Madden.
Ibrahim Olimovich Makhmudov. Remy Sophia Makos. Claudia Ann Mandrell. Lydia Nicole Manning. Allison Lynn Martin. Caitlin Danielle Massey. Andrew Scott McChesney. Ashad Terrell McClendon. Brianna Nicole McDonald. Riley Christopher McFadden. Samuel Robert McFarland. Keegan Robert McLeod. Gabriella Jean McMurray. Michael Giovanni Mignecco. Anthony Miatovich. Aiden Sean Milligan. Brooke Elise Minda.
Darian Renard Moore. Jacob Preston Musgrave. Maida Mustabegovic. Narimana. Shavkat Narimana.
Avery Denise Neal.
Kayla Paige Nelson. Aaron Wynn. Colin Tianhao Wynn. Kaylin Nicole Wynn. Joseph Timothy Noonan. Amina Nukovic. Karen Kathleen O'Neill. Amela Amarchahait. Tyler Robert Onder. Amanda Doris Parker. Alexander Joseph Harum. Noah Marcus Pasha. Tyler Kenneth Patterson. Drew Mitchell Petrie. Sean Thomas Petrick. Emma Elaine Pace. William Clark Phillips, Jr. Rebecca Diana Pinkleton. Brianna Nicole Pinto. Andrew Donald Palmer. Luke Kenneth Ponder. Spencer Riley Pongrass. Jonathan William Pope. Robert Joseph Powell. Trevor Aaron Pyle. Benjamin Robert Quisenberry. Olivia Anne Marie Rainey. Kaylee Anne Marie Rangel.
Joseph Anthony Rask. Tyron Omari Reed. Austin Michael Rhodes. Christopher Lawrence Ryan Jr. Quinn Scott Ricker. Caden Michael Risk. Melina Alana Rivera. Lana Grace Romine. Joey Aldrich Rounds. Abigail Elizabeth Rudd. Matthew William Rumping. Jessica Marie Samuels. Kyle Ian Schmang. Hadley Noel Schmidt. Luke William Schmidt.
Kyle Matthew Schrader. Luke Matthew Schultz. Jordan Lynn Schwartz. Ani Isabel Sharoni. Jacob Cobb Scrantz. Emma Rose Seeger. Ardell Sahovic. Parker William Syme. Selena Marie Syme. Brooke Marianne Sayer. Nicholas Tyler Shelton. Paige Elizabeth Simmons. Madeline Nicole Sims. Jaden Lyric Nakaya Skinner.
Davin Lee Smith.
LaFair Marquise Smith. Zachary Michael Spalding. Haley Ann Speck. Logan John Stanley. John Arthur Stark. Kylie Ann Stewart. Michael Eugene Streb.
Ella Zoe Strickland. Simon David Strumpf. Corey Michael Sullins. Anthony Joseph Swink. Eve Elizabeth Tolarski. Taylor Nicole Thompson. Dylan James Tice. Alyssa Nicole Timmons. Helen Ashley Talco. Samara Bella Torres. Aaliyah Loretta Travis. Emily Claire Turner. Jax Austin Eulosis. Ian Anthony Unger. Alexis Jane Updike. William Anthony Vierling.
Liani Sicarl Mendoza Villar. Scott Joseph Vogt. Felicity Isabel Valenti Wade. Jacob Ryan Walker. Isabella Brianna Wallace. Alexander Matthew Waller. Grace Ann Ward. Lauren Marie Ward. Joseph Alexander Ware. Daniel Jacob Watkins. Jessica Nicole Watler. Catherine Ann Weigel. Sophia Lynn Welch.
Bethany Lynn Whitener. Isabella Ellen Wilhite. Alexander Jeffrey Howard Winter. Jeremiah Lewis Worthland. Kaylee Rain Wisber. Janelle Leslie Desiree Woods. Jacoby Bryant Woods. Carmen Ann Wright. Chloe Elizabeth Wyland Varwig. Adriana Yanez. Kayla Marie Young.
Arsalan Zamani.
Thank you, everyone. As we await our final graduates to make their way back to their seats, just 2 notes. 1, please charge this to my head and not to my heart, but I omitted one of our graduates who also will be serving our country as a member of the United States Marine Corps, Mr. Daniel Watkins. Thank you. And thank you, Daniel, and all the others for your service. I'd also like to mention another very special guest who has been very much a part of the lives of this graduating class. And while he is with another school district, we know that once a tiger, always a tiger. Let's please say hello to Mr. Casey Oliernik. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Oliernik was an assistant principal at Oakville High School for a number of years, and he served as the principal to this graduating class, both their sophomore and junior years. Thank you, Mr. Oliernik. We're glad you're with us. So once again, on behalf of the entire Melville School District, Oakville High School, its faculty and staff, I want to say thank you to each and every family for providing us the privilege of being a part of your students' lives. It has been our honor. At this time, would the faculty on the floor, Mrs. Bambry and Mrs. Heil, please move to the back. May I also ask Mr. Reese and Mr. Kuchno to join them on both aisles? Thank you. Graduates, reminder that after the turning of the tassels, your conferment for graduation and the celebration, we are going to ask you to take your seats once again so that we can have an orderly recessional. Would the class of 2021 please rise? You are now, and forever will be known as the Oakville High School graduating class of 2021. You may move your tassels from right to left. And on 3, the hat toss. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Please grab your hats and take your seats. Tassel and Mrs. Bambry, you may begin exiting with the final row. Please begin the exit with the final row. Parents, you can meet your children outside of the arena. Thank you and good night.